What's up? I'm Prateek Kuhad, and these are my stories from the road. So the first ever tour I did was back in 2013. I just put out my EP called Raat Razi, and we did I think we did like a 5-city tour in India, and just really small. It was a trio setup, and my manager. We played like small bars and small venues like that. And yeah, I think we did it in the fall of 2013. I think my first sold out show happened on the second tour we did. In 2014, we did a tour across India, and I think it was Delhi that got sold out that year. So touring in India and touring in the rest of the world is a little different. It's just more about like the kind of venues you get. India doesn't have a lot of the kind of music venues that you have in the US or in like Australia and Canada and UK. I feel like a lot of countries have like a long history of touring and a tradition of touring. So there's a lot of smaller venues and bigger venues and medium-sized venues, basically like venues of different sizes for all kinds of artists. In India, that's not really the case. You mostly have like really small bars and small performance venues, or like you have to be big enough to be able to book like a really big auditorium or a like a big like festival ground to like play a large show in. So that's one thing. Also, there's very few cities you can realistically go play shows in, because the smaller cities, just the culture of going out and going to a concert is not very common. Whether it's touring in India or touring abroad, I like touring everywhere really now. When I started touring, it was hard, but as I've gotten used to it and used to like the ups and downs of tour life, I'm pretty kicked about being on stage anywhere really. Baby, can you let me be someone again? Between playing festival slots and playing at venues, like usually venues are like I play usually headlining slots at venues because it's my own show, so it's just all my fans. Versus at festivals, I feel like you're just playing to a bigger audience and there could be a lot of people there who don't know you. Also, music festivals just have a different energy because people usually come for the whole day and they're prepared to have a really good time, and it's just a whole different energy. So in terms of the I finally made it moment, in 2019 we did a India tour, and I did a show in Bombay that was about I think 5,000, 6,000 people, and I've always been a very reserved and almost like introverted performer, but that day I asked my audience to like take out their phones and do that phone light thing with one of the songs, and like everybody took out their phones. Everybody was like singing along with me. It was kind of crazy. I was playing this song which was just guitars and somebody playing the piano, so it was a really soft song, and like everybody was so loud I could almost not hear myself. So yeah, 5,000 people singing your song right back at you is a pretty like dope moment to be in. There was a week, and we used to joke, me and my manager used to joke about this because we always joke about Mercury retrograde, because apparently it like screws everything up. And I kind of half believe in it, but I also kind of half joke about it sometimes. And that was like that week. And basically we had like these passports, like me and my band's passports were with the Canadian embassy because we were still to get the visa. And we had a show in, I think, Vancouver. And the passports didn't come on time. So that's when like for that week that the tour went like nuts. Like basically like we had trouble like boarding flights because they wouldn't take like Indian passports always, and then there were like snowstorms in the middle at one point and we had to drive somewhere. Like that was a crazy week. It was definitely super challenging that time, but now that we look back at it and we got through it fine, like it's kind of like ridiculous everything that went wrong in that week. Did you even know me? I have like really boring day off routines. I like to go do yoga if I can find like a good class around, which is what I actually did yesterday in LA, which was our one day off. If I'm in a city which has nice weather, I love going out for like just like a nice coffee shop and sitting around, or going for a walk, or going to like whatever part of town has like a lot of shops and just go shopping, like just mostly like kind of like almost like window shopping. I might buy something, but just mostly I like walking around cities a lot. So if I find like a nice street and a nice neighborhood to just explore, I love doing that.
When you touch me, my skin burns.
I mean, there's like so many amazing venues. There's one of my favorite like venue experiences has been New York. I'm also like nostalgically attached to it. Is Bowery Ballroom. I'm actually playing like Irving Plaza in New York, which is a bigger venue, so I'm sure I can play Bowery Ballroom, but I just like I love that venue. It's just like not happened so far. I'd love to play that. I think it sounds incredible, and I just like I'm kind of like emotionally attached to that venue because I watched so many shows over there when I was in college.
Did you even know me? Let's rewind. Our hearts